We've come to the part of the showcase where we get to talk about Tamina. Ever since walking in WWE, shoulder to shoulder with the Usos, Tamina's alliance with this dynasty has never been in question.
I remember watching Monday Night Raw and I seen Tamina debut with my brothers. It was a pretty cool, dynamic, right? Two of my brothers and Tamina.
Together, Tamina and the Usos helped each other navigate through a trial-filled first year in WWE, making sure they all survived together. In later years, Tamina has formed alliances with both Naomi and Nia Jax, honoring this family's connection. While Tamina has looked to create her own name in the industry, she has never missed a chance to acknowledge her place in this family either. Trained by Afa and Sika, the wild Samoans, Tamina was instilled with the same instincts that have carried each member of this family to wrestling glory. Her in-ring approach is similar to many in the bloodline. Quick striking, high-impact attacks, and smothering holds. As capable with a super kick for a big splash as anyone else, Tamina has maintained a remarkable level of success in her WWE career. A constant contender, Tamina has competed for the Women's Championship on many occasions. She's also held the Women's Tag Team Championships along with 9 separate reigns as the 24/7 champion. Tamina has proven capable in any environment against any opponent. Tamina is always the perfect test for a rising contender. Defeating Tamina proves that you're at the top of your game, and she will always expose those who aren't quite ready yet. Taking her lightly is the easiest way to book your visit to the local medical facility. Tamina has taken part in many memorable moments, but in the 2K25 showcase, we're going to give you the chance to make history. In the first ever women's Money in the Bank match, Carmella, of all people, would walk out victorious after letting someone else do all the work. Tamina, Becky Lynch, Natalya, and Charlotte Flair were all robbed of a great opportunity that night by Carmella. So this is your chance to make it right. Showcase Tamina's grit and take out the other 4 ladies in this ladder match to become the first ever winner of the Women's Money in the Bank. Carmella might still sneak out with the win, but if she does, she's doing it on her own because we're not allowing anyone else at ringside for this match in our showcase.
We are making history tonight here in St. Louis, the first ever Women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
The following is the first ever Women's.
And Byron, Becky Lynch with a very astute point. I rip off arms. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Next, from Dublin, Ireland, Becky Lynch.
To add to that, Michael, I talked to Becky. There's a big fight coming. Tamina, perhaps the most dominant superstar in this match.
And I guarantee she is not fazed by taking on 4 different opponents in a ladder match.
From the Pacific Islands, Tamina!
This is a milestone moment that is...
Mela is money, and she is as confident as ever.
Natalya, another superstar who walks into this match thinking she has legacy on her side tonight.
And from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Natalya!
Every last woman in this match has chased this opportunity. Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Carmella, Natalya, all with a chance to make history. All with the opportunity to be called the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
The revolution that became an evolution only continues in the women's division. One of these women will climb the ladder and earn the opportunity of a lifetime. No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be... best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself. There is no room for friends when history's being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank. Oh no, look out. Here we go. That's called changing the decor of the broadcast area. I have a feeling there's more to come, Corey.
Such a dangerous setting for all these superstars. Ladders are everywhere. Each competitor is only limited by their imagination.
Your head has to be on a constant swivel. Ladders will be used as weapons. Up high.
And now here's Tamina.
Through the air. It connects.
All that size and momentum landing with a sickening thud. Right into a drop. The elbow to the arm. Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I've said it before, it could be a coming out party for Tamina. This is her time to live up to her family's legacy.
If Tamina wins the contract, it guarantees her first title opportunity in over 2 years.
More than an opportunity, it pretty much guarantees Tamina will become the next women's champion.
Headed up that ladder, center of the ring.
She's going for it.
She certainly is. She can do it.
It's just a matter of time now. No room for error on top of the ladder. And she heads out to the floor. Obviously was in need of a breather. Into the reverse DDT.
Carmella might need to start leaning on her in-ring IQ after an attack like that. And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal. We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Full focus on obtaining the prize.
Seems to be struggling a bit up there. Yeah, sweaty palms making this difficult. Becky is reaching.
Can she unhook it in closer to reclaiming her championship? Holding on tight, this could be it.
Gonna be tough to stop this victory from happening now.
Impossible. For getting in the head of your opponent, but there's a point where she has to lock up. She's reaching for it.
All eyes are glued high above the ring.
Reaching for the prize.
The crowd is going absolutely crazy right now. They know this could be it.
3 second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a 3rd-generation superstar. Women bred for these kind of moments.
Any of these women will add a significant chapter to her legacy if she can become the first Miss Money in the Bank. to her feet, but maybe only for a moment.
Bam! She flipped that attack around. A contract that can change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was alerted to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight.
And she's out of the ring. Remember, no countouts in this one. Carried in a jeopardizing position here. No telling what's underneath the ring tonight.
Ooh, that elbow will give her some space.
And she's positioning the ladder perfectly in the center of the ring there.
Off the ladder now. Let's see if this is right for the picking.
She's starting to wear down here.
If this keeps up, climbing that ladder is going to be very difficult.
She's stretching. But can she get away?
The longer this goes, the more likely we can see a hard crash back to the canvas.
Gets lifted into position. Running power slam. And Charlotte got rocked off of that one.
Yeah, the effects of this ladder match are not going to go away anytime soon.
Trying to reach it. Trying to win. Things are looking a little rocky for her.
Yeah, Cole, taking this much damage now seriously impacts your speed up the ladder. Needs to move quick here.
This might be her chance.
I assure you, this is even harder than it looks.
Trying not to fumble around too much here. And Lynch got caught that time by some hard-hitting offense.
Yeah, but when ladders are part of the match, you really can't expect anything less. Nice reversal by Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte driving Tamina, and both tumble to the floor.
Both women crashing down hard. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, the first to her feet, surveying the situation.
Oh, my, Tamina into the steps.
Well, you are seeing a heightened level of aggression, heightened level of intensity from all these competitors because of the stakes involved.
Guys, where's Charlotte going?
Flair looking to up the ante now from the top.
Oh, my goodness, taking out everybody.
The Queen rising to the occasion.
What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
And undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder?
Face first into the chair. I love it. Carmella just humiliating her opponent now. Money in the Bank briefcase still hanging high. This is what it's all about. The opportunity of a lifetime.
What are you willing to do? How much can you sacrifice to be the first Miss Money in the Bank?
Boom, utilizing the unforgiving steel of the ladder.
Moving into the ring.
Huge toss.
Headed to the outside.
But for what reason?
Center of the ring. Carefully setting up the ladder. Colliding with the barricade. She's looking for something under the ring to even her odds here.
Guess she was looking for her old pal named Kendo under there.
Good Lord, what a shot. Someone's got to get control of this thing.
Now this is really getting out of hand here. Someone needs to step in. History on the line. Guaranteed championship opportunity. Nothing but carnage happening in this one.
5 women fighting for their key to destiny, willing to go through hell for it.
Placing her against the turnbuckle. Carmella counters. She's launched out of the ring.
That's a stiff shot to the body.
Well-placed elbow to break up.
It's in! Disarmer!
Submission locked in, but remember, a tap out here decides nothing.
And the agony has no reason to end as we see her tapping out in pain. Oh, yeah. She is really getting fired up. The boat, Natalya, doing what she does. And Carmella with a tip.
Letting go of her hold here.
Maybe she thinks enough damage has been done.
Using this submission to weaken the... Let's go over submission.
Not sure what she's got planned here. Ooh.
And she had Natalya's number there.
What is she concocting? Can't prepare your face for that.
Ladder set right in the middle of the ring. Starts to climb, but needs to move quickly.
Gonna try and unhook it now.
Victory is literally within reach.
Maybe this isn't a good position to go for it.
That certainly seems to be having trouble up there.
This is so tense.
The WWE...
That's it. Tamina has the briefcase. Tamina is Miss Money in the Bank.
The winner of the Money in the Bank contract and the first